guys, today I wanted to share with you some things that I have really been loving all throughout the month of January, and I'm going to just jump right into it because I tend to talk too much. So the first thing that I've really been enjoying are these organic raw chocolate mulberries from the Raw Chocolate Company. This is what the package looks like. They're empty now, but I got 2 of these for Christmas. And my favorite way to eat these was I would have a small handful on top of my oatmeal every morning. And they lasted me most of the month, so 2 bags lasted me quite a while. But I really love them. I don't have any to show you because, like I said, this is an empty bag, but that is what they look like. They're just delicious. It basically made my breakfast every morning taste like dessert. So I really liked these. My next favorite was also a Christmas present, but this was in my Christmas stocking, and it is just a, what would you call it? A flask, a tumbler, not a tumbler, a mug. But it's one of those insulated ones that holds your drink warm for a while. And the reason I was looking at these was because the to-go cup that I was using before this was just, it was basically a to-go cup style. So it just had like that lid with like the hole at the top that you would just drink from. It didn't have like a snap cap. So whenever I would take Riley out in the stroller, if I brought that with me, it would slosh around everywhere. And I can't just hold it in my hand to keep that from happening because then I can't steer a stroller with one hand. So I really wanted something that would click shut. I didn't want anything really fancy. They've got fancy ones that have like seals that you can like, you can press them to drink from and whatnot. I wanted something that was really easy to clean. Basically, there is nothing like special to clean, so you can't like miss any like weird little spaces. Right, this specifically came from Starbucks around Christmas time, but you can find this kind of design cup anywhere. I did really love this one. It's got like a really subtle like diamond-y kind of pattern in it, and I love the blush color. And it's also just very gently iridescent. I love this thing. And the thing is so originally I wanted one of these. My husband knew I wanted one of these, which is how it ended up in my stocking. I wanted one for bringing Riley on walks, right? But I actually end up using this every single day, nearly, in the house because I hate cold coffee. And I also drink my coffee really slow. I made this coffee like an hour ago and it is still nice and warm. I love this cup. My next favorite is a book, except I don't have the book because it was an ebook. So I have it on my phone and I will show you. This is the cover for it. This is The Gentle Parenting book by Sarah Ockwell-Smith. I read this basically because Riley's getting to an age where I need to think about how I'm going to, like raise her and discipline her and that kind of stuff. Parent her. Obviously, I've been parenting her since she was born, but when they're newborns, you really just feed them, keep them alive. Now she's showing a lot more personality and spunk, and things are getting a little bit more difficult and challenging. And this book actually has helped to reframe my mindset on how to deal with her outbursts and to keep myself calm, and to calm her down a little bit at the same time. So I really recommend that book. Gentle Parenting is just a style of parenting where, you're not yelling at your kids, you're not spanking them, and you're not being an authoritarian type of parent. Your child, you're giving them a lot of respect, and you're just being gentle with them. Yes, you do give them boundaries and you do put your foot down on certain things, especially when it comes to safety, but it's just the way you speak to your child and the way you explain things to them for them to have like deeper understanding. Anyway, this was a really nice book for me to start looking into, how I want to raise my daughter. Obviously, I follow kind of like attachment parenting style, which is why I call myself Attached Mommy. But that doesn't really go so much into like discipline and all that kind of stuff. I don't really like the word discipline. I'm actually reading another book now that I will probably talk about next month if I don't come across something I enjoy even more. I didn't want to talk about it now because I've just barely started it and it's the end of the month, so it wouldn't really be a January favorite. But the Gentle Parenting book definitely got me into reading further, because I really want to help, obviously, my daughter grow and develop into just, you know, the amazing human being that she already is. But I don't want her to grow up in like fear, and kind of like just this like anxious kind of way that I think a lot of us grew up as children, just because our parents did the best that they could with the knowledge that they had. But, you know, we grew up, most of us, not all of us, grew up with parents that were a lot more, you know, you do something because they say it and that's it. Sorry, that was a lot about that book, but it was a great book. My next favorite is, I'm going to go into favorites for my daughter, because this is a mommy favorites. So my next favorite, this was also a Christmas present from my sister, but this was on my like wish list for Riley. And this is a little tea set. This one specifically is an Emma Bridgewater tea set because mommy, me, I'm a huge fan of Emma Bridgewater pottery for adults. And why can't Riley have a ridiculously overpriced tea set as well, right? Perhaps a bit silly and foolish, but as a Christmas present, it works. Like, I wouldn't necessarily have bought it for her myself, but as a present, perfect. So you just got little teapot. Obviously, you've got teacups, small saucers, and it comes with bigger plates as well. It comes with a little sugar bowl. It comes with a creamer. It comes with like 4s of like the cups and the plates and spoons. So there are a few things that I really like about this set. Obviously, the reason why it's a favorite is because watching Riley play with it has been an absolute joy. I could not believe the first time she played with this set, she pretty much like was playing with it the way you would expect maybe an older child to play with it. Like, she was, you know, setting out all the cups, and like she was putting the spoons in the cups. Basically, I think she's been paying a lot more attention to me, like setting a table, than I would have realized, because she had her little table and she was setting it all up. And now she's gotten to the point where obviously she's been playing with this toy throughout the month. If I say, oh, do you want to make me a cup of tea? She'll pull this out. I've taught her how to do the latch so she can unlatch it and open the box. But she'll pull it out because I leave it low to the ground so she can get to it. And she'll, you know, start playing with it, and she goes, psh, she pours it. It's just really cute. I love watching her play. But one of the other things I really love about this set is it is melamine. So it's the same kind of material that they tend to make picnic wear out of. Obviously it is a plastic type material, but I do let her eat from this sometimes just because why not? It makes her feel really like special and cute to eat from these little plates that are just her size. So sometimes if she's just having like a snack or something, I'll put it in here, or I'll put like her peas or something into the cup and like give her the spoon to like eat it from. You know, she's like poured water into the cups and like drunk water before. I just think it's really cute. So I like that she can play with them, but she can also actually use them to eat. And whenever I do feed her from them, she's like extra interested in her food. I think just because like this is a toy and it's something that she normally plays with, so when she like gets to like eat real food from it, it becomes kind of like playtime from her, for her. So she's just like extra interested in her food. So I have done this on days when she doesn't seem to be as interested in eating. I let her eat from her like play toy plates. Because she has like some other ones as well that I've like let her eat from when she was less interested in her dinner or her lunch or whatever. So I love that set. The next favorite, I'm pulling out Riley's little iPad. Yes, my daughter has her own iPad. It was my dad's old one, and he really wanted her to have it. But, so this is on YouTube. I believe you can also go onto iTunes and download these songs if you really like them and you don't want to have your child watching it, but just listening to it. But this is the T and Mo. See if you guys can read the top. T and Mo. You can see reflections as well. Go to Sleep music video. So this is a lullaby. I'm going to play a little bit for you real quick.
Little Mo,
So it's just a little lullaby. What is it? It's 2.5 minutes long about. And I really like this lullaby. Riley seems to love it. She loves all of the songs by T and Mo. There's 4 music videos, and they do have an entire album, like I said, on iTunes, but obviously on YouTube you can watch it for free. It's on the CBeebies channel, but you can just type in T and Mo. I'm going to link it below anyway. I will say I'm not positive if it can be viewed in the US or other countries, because CBeebies is like I believe it's a BBC thing. So you guys will have to let me know if it works or if it doesn't work. If it doesn't, I apologize. But Riley loves like the 4 music videos, which include this one. She absolutely loves. The other 3 that they have are like more upbeat, and she dances around to them a lot. But this one we've been using nearly every night to help her get to sleep. We'll just play it on repeat over and over and over again. And she loves it. It just puts her to sleep, and sometimes I sing along to it and sometimes I don't. One of the things I really like about this lullaby is, like I said, it's about 2.5 minutes long and it is not repetitive. But when it's a song that your kid listens to a lot of times, you memorize it pretty easily. But like I said, it's not repetitive, so you don't get like overly tired of hearing it. And it's just a really sweet song. And then also, I co-sleep with Riley still. And I really like that this song is like very co-sleeping friendly, because the mom like sings to the baby like, oh, you know, go to sleep. I'm going to lay down right here with you. Don't worry about, you know, what's going to happen overnight. These aren't the exact words. It's just the gist of it. You know, I'll be here when you wake up. So I just think that that's really nice, because it's kind of like subtle co-sleeping kind of thing. Obviously, if you don't co-sleep, it's still like a good song for you to use as a lullaby, because you know, the words can be interpreted different ways. It could just be like, I'm here when you go to sleep, and I'll be here in the house when you wake up. But, you know, I really love that, like I said, to me, it's like attachment parenting and co-sleeping friendly. And it's just a lovely little lullaby. I like that it's not just like, you know, the same old ones that you've heard over and over again. Those are nice as well, though. I think I'm down to my last favorite. Just want to make sure that I've read them all. Yeah, so my last favorite is this book from Usborne. Well, it's an Usborne book, but it's the Kane Miller. Yeah, so I don't know if it would be considered Usborne or not. I got it, yeah, it is. So Usborne Books and More. But specifically, it's Kane Miller, and it's the book All Better. I tried looking it up on Amazon in the UK, and it doesn't come up, so I'm not sure if it is available in the UK. I bought this book through an Usborne party that I had over Facebook, and I had it shipped to my parents' house in the US, and I picked it up when I went to visit my parents in the US. And this is one of the actual books that I paid for. I did get some free books as well, which is lovely. But this is one of the ones that I paid for before I got my free books, because I wanted to make sure absolutely that I got it 100%. And I'm really glad that I did, because I think at the time, by the time I got my free books, I think it was already sold out. So I wouldn't have been able to get it as a free book, basically. But I'm just waffling on for no reason. The thing that I really love about this book is it's a bit interactive. So it's got some reusable stickers in it that are band-aids, bandages, and basically you use these throughout the book. What they've got is they've got pictures of animals, and they talk about how they've gotten injured, and you know, you follow along the storyline. You clean it, you kiss it, you put a bandage on it, and it's all better. And Riley, basically after doing this book with her a few times, she caught on, and she will, she doesn't do the clean it part, but she does kiss it and put a bandage on it a bit backwards. She puts the band-aid on it, and then she kisses it, which is actually good, because as far as I'm concerned, that's a lot more sanitary. She puts the band-aid on it, and she kisses it, and she loves when we say all better. So she loves putting the bandages down. She loves kissing the little animals. As a vegan, I'm raising my daughter vegan as well for as long as it suits her. But basically, I love that it's like a message of taking care of different animals and having empathy for them. Empathy, sympathy, which one would be the right one to use in this scenario? I guess sympathy. it wouldn't be empathy, would it? Unless you happen to have hurt yourself at that same time. But she loves it, and she definitely knows how it works. She, you know, she loves using the Band-Aid. She'll grab this book and play with it on her own, or she'll come sit in my lap and ask me to read it to her. So, love this book. I'm going to link down below my friend Ashley, who is an Usborne representative, that you can buy this through. Otherwise, that is for US people. You can get Usborne books in the UK, but like I said, I'm not sure if you can get this. I'll do a quick look and see if I can find it anyplace else, but I'm not sure if it's been released here or not. Hopefully it has. Maybe if I check the actual Usborne website. I think there is a UK one. Anyway, that's everything. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you, well, I'll see you for my next video, but if you guys just like the favorites, I will see you next month for my February favorites. Bye, guys.